appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle and wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
What's up, y'all?
Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody is good. Hope y'all comfortable. Hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all had a great week so far. Happy early Independence Day to everybody. July 4th is tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great time with the family and eat some good food and laughter and love and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
We are your hosts, CJ and Sharice, and this is the Social Den presents Singles Night. This is a night of the singles, y'all. So if you're single in the chat, this is your night. You know what I'm saying? We got two awesome guests backstage, that we will get to in a minute. But y'all know what we got to do first.
When we say singles night, y'all, it's not trying to hook anybody up. We just really
right.
getting to talk to people that are single and getting, the insights to single life. That's all.
That's it. We're gonna have us a good old time tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 7 million in the building. We know people was probably busy tonight getting prepared for tomorrow. But that's why we got a playback. So anybody that misses it, they can go back and watch. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead to the top of the chat and let's see who we got up in the building tonight. StreamYard is in the building as always. Thank y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be here. Dr. Cowboy, what up, Aunt? Hey, Cowboy in the building.
I did see they said they'll be back. They had to go do their video.
Okay. We got Sticks in Charge in the building. What up, Sticks? Let's see. Tamika Van in the building. Welcome in. The Honorable Joni Meeks in the building.
Joni Love.
Let's see. Who else we got up in here?
Don't.
CJ and Sharice in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, CJ and Sharice? Sassy Sonia in the building. Welcome in. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? Coco gotta go though. She up in the building. You know what I'm saying? And also backstage. Let's see. We got Rhonda Dorsey in the building. Welcome in. Rhonda. And I think that's it. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, we got two awesome guests backstage. Y'all saw the slide in the intro. One of these guests is actually her first time on the Social Den. And we are honored to have her here. She has her own channel as well. And a joint channel, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about all of that, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to give us her insight on the single life and all that good stuff. And the female side. And then on the other side, I got my brother, you know what I'm saying, from another mother who is making his second appearance on the Social Den. He also has a channel. Y'all all know him very well as well. You know what I'm saying? So without any further ado, we are going to bring them up. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only Debo Vibes and Coco's Contents.
Hi. Hi,
what's going on, y'all?
What's going on? What's happening with y'all? Man?
How y'all feeling?
Good. Excited. Great. Yes.
Good. How y'all spend y'all Wednesday today?
Well,
working.
I've been laying down. I got COVID, so I've been laying down.
Yeah. Well, you smiling and all that. You don't look like you got COVID. So.
Thank you. You. I'm just that strong.
Right. Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Welcome in, Diva Mom.
What up, Diva Mom?
Hi.
Yeah. So, real quick, if y'all don't mind, go ahead and let the people know about yourself and your channel and whatever you want people to know about you. Briefly let them know about you. And I'm gonna give y'all the stage. Whoever go first.
Welcome in.
Ladies first, so I'll go first. Okay. Thank you, Debo. All right. Hi, everybody. I am now known as Coco's Contents. I also have a secondary channel called Millennial Mukbangers with a Z at the end with my girl V Peachy's World. We have collabed on the Millennial Mukbangers. And we're just trying to post videos. We just did a no hands challenge. I hope y'all catch it as soon as you can. As far as Coco's Content goes, I have been doing YouTube since 2020 because why not? It was just a time where a lot of people were in the house and it just seemed like something to do. Why not get into it? My name then was Coco Delight, and that came from another portion of Dying Life. And then I went to talk about I wanted to talk about how I like different cultural cuisine. So then I changed my name to Coco's Ethnic Eats. My channel, I feel like, is just kind of how my mind is all over the place sometimes. And that's just how I am. And I just go with the flow. I love life. I've been on several different journeys in my life and stuff. And I think this conversation is going to be a fun one because my situation is beyond different. Some people would definitely say that I'm not single. I would say I'm standing on being single. And I can't wait to get asked the questions and delve into it some more because I think that's going to be fun. And y'all at the end of the day can let me know. Thank you for dropping the links. Y'all can let me know, am I single or not? Okay. Right. Okay.
Thank you, Sonyata.
All right, Coco. And now my man Debo, go ahead and let him know, bro.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on? Let me go ahead and greet y'all accordingly. Foodies! You already know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Debo Vibes right here. It's maintaining. I've been on YouTube for about coming on 3 years now. I met bro and sis CJ and Sharice at the classic, iconic, unforgettable, legendary Train Nene meetup. And the rest is history, you know what I'm saying? I've been rocking with CJ and Sharice since then. CJ, you already know what the deal is, man. Sharice, my sis. You know what I mean? Spent some time with the Man Cave Game Day streaming. I branched out my own sports thing, doing the Devo Vibe Sports Dive, and I'm also doing my food episode where I'm touring food restaurants around Atlanta, Georgia, especially on the South Side, called Southside Foodie. Just did one a couple of days ago at This Is It Barbecue. Check it out. And I'm like Coco. I'm here to tell my story. I'm looking forward to the questions. I'm totally single. I have nobody right now. I'm totally me, myself, and not single. You know what I'm saying? So whatever questions that can be asked, I look forward to answering them.
There it is.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? My name is CJ. I ain't been single for 20 years. Yeah, I ain't been single for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no dog in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but seriously though, Coco and Debo, we appreciate y'all for being here tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all definitely came through in the clutch as always. We definitely appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But so let's start it off first with
Hey, Dreaming KT, Kendra, how you doing, babe?
what's going Dreaming KT.
And
What's going on, sis? We got sis Sonya in the building. That's just Sonya. Make sure y'all thumbs up the live if y'all don't mind, and share us out if you don't mind as well. Let's get some more footsteps coming through that door. So we're going to ask y'all some questions, of course, about the single life. Coco, I'll start with you since we're doing the whole ladies first thing. Of course, it always should be. So, what is it? What is single life to you? Like, what does it mean to you? Like, is it overhyped? Is it underhyped? Like, you know, the pros and cons to it. Like, what do you take from single life?
I think that single life is whatever it is for that person. You know, it doesn't have to be over or under anything. If that works for that person, then that's fine. Because there's some people who want to be single for the rest of their lives. And then there's some people who don't want to be single, but they are. So it's all, I think single life is what you make it. Because what are you doing at that time? When you're single, are you like me sitting still yearning for your ex? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that that's not what you need. You know what I mean? What does your single life involve? You know what I mean? Or is like Debo, are you just single for real? Which I think that's a time of clarity of what and learning from what was and what, you know, and where to go when it comes to relationships, and kind of only touching on relationships, like what happened. It's like a time of reflection for some. Mm-hmm. But if you like me, if you keep having something in the background, then it kind of is like juggling all of that at the same time. So do you really even get an answer? You know, so it's really what you make it at the end of the day.
What about you, big brother?
Well, I mean, as far as single life is concerned, I think being single allows you the opportunity to get to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Give you the opportunity to spend quality time with yourself, especially if you've been in a situation where you've been mentally damaged. Because I have been in two marriages, I have been in 2 divorces, and I've also been in a domestic violence relationship where I was the victim. You know what I'm saying? Or she beat me up, type of shit. I don't touch a woman. You know what I'm saying? I never touch a woman. But like the more I walked away, the more she hit me. So you know what I'm saying? Do I want to put myself in a situation? Not saying that will happen again, but like I said, 2 marriages. Me personally, 2 marriages. And 1 situation, domestic violence was involved. That's 3 situations that no one should go through. You know what I'm talking about? So right now, as it stands right now, being single is the best thing for me. It allows me opportunity to branch out and grow and really reflect on getting to know myself, my inner spirit, my inner soul, my inner body. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Debo, what you going to do? I have the best conversations with myself sometimes, y'all. I ain't going to lie. Like, Debo, what you going to do today? What can you do to make yourself better for yourself? And then when we develop yourself without a significant other, you allows opportunity to share love with people who love you, like my son. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, etc. Without, someone, what I'm saying, on your hip at all times, what I'm saying, not allowing your personal space. I'm a big time opponent of personal space. So as it stands, like I said, it might be the single life for me might be just a season. You know what I'm talking about? But for now, it's a season that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you came out of the domestic part of it. I did not know that you went through that, but I've always said I believe that that's not something that women just go through. So I'm glad that you came, out of that.
Right. Yeah, that's definite. Because like she said, men and women both go through it equally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we're pretty equally. You know what I'm saying? So, and it doesn't always have to be physical abuse.
Right.
Mental abuse. And all of that. So yeah. So, shout outs to you coming out on the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple comments I saw. Sonya said, "I enjoy being single, but I love being in a relationship even more. Just has to have the right person."
Yes, that's true.
Agreed.
So 6 said, "I love living alone. I have no desire to ever date again."
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't mad. I'm feeling it for real, cause whoo.
No judgment zone over here, Sticks. For real.
Right.
Tamika said, "Well, I haven't been single for 27 years." I know that's right, Tamika.
Congrats.
Mental abuse is just as bad as physical. Yes,
It is.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is. It definitely
So,
is.
big brother, I got a question. Going through 2 divorces and now getting to know yourself, do you ever think that you would want to get back into the dating world? Do you think that you would ever marry again? Or do you think you prefer to stay single?
See, that's a question that nobody can answer because we don't know what the future holds.
Right.
At this particular point right here, sis, I'm totally cool with being single. But in 30 minutes, I can, like an hour or whatever, I can go to the gas station and run to my soulmate. You know what I'm talking about?
You okay with that? If you met the right person, you would be okay with that? You're not somebody that's just like shut down. Oh no, I just don't want it.
Right.
That's a great question. Because that's a great question because when I tell you I love my me time, I love my me. Like this is me.
Right.
No one's in here but me. And I love my me time. So I would literally have to, have a conversation with God about that because do I want to bring someone into my world and how would it work itself out? Because like I said, once you bring someone to your world, it's no longer me, it's we.
Yep.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you would have to really get to know that person. And do you want to take that? I guess my question is, do you want to take the time and the effort to get to know somebody through the whole courting process and the dating process?
Right.
I turn 50 next year. I ain't got time for that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, we don't know what the future holds. But as of right now, I would say no. I would never get. For one, I would never get married again. And I got to take on marriage. It's not popular, so I don't know if y'all want me to tell it on y'all platform.
What's your take on it? I want to hear it.
Yeah,
My take, all right. My take on it's a take that married people ain't gonna like. There might be some comments in the chat. I'm just telling y'all what I know, my experience. When you marry somebody, at that point you marry that person, you're officially giving them the right to legally fuck you over. Money-wise, emotional-wise, all that. They can take all your shit from you. Once you marry somebody, they can do what the fuck they want to do.
Right.
Period. They can quit their job and make you work. They can take all your stuff. Now again, this is all worst case scenarios. Worst case scenarios. Marriage is a beautiful thing. A bond between two people loving each other is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, y'all two.
Sorry.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you give someone right to turn around and do something real bad and ugly to you legally. And once everything's legal, then you got to go through the whole process of doing this, that, and third. I got time for it.
Coco, what you got anything to say on everything he just said?
Well, as far as the marriage thing, I can't speak on that because I've never even been proposed to. So sometimes I'll be like, so is it me? you know.
Right.
But then for the most part, when he was talking, when Debo was talking, I wanted to say, like, so is there a difference between single men and single women? Because as he was just saying how, like, this is me, this is, you know, his place, this is him, this is his spot, you know what I'm saying? Like, this all me. As a woman, I feel like, yeah, this me, this my stuff, but at the same time, I still want like a protector. I still want to feel comfortable. You know, I'm a single mother with a child here. You know what I'm saying? I want to have that male around. And I think that's what be leading my single self back into the same situation because of being comfortable. So I don't know. Like, what is the single for a man? Because it sounds like you don't need a woman while I'm sitting here like, but I really want and need a man, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a want. Like I don't want to be single, but in my singledom, I want someone to fill in, you know?
I think in a lot of cases, you got people that in a lot of cases you got people that kind of like force it. Like, you know, God showing them all the signs that you're just not ready to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And they still try to force it, you know, force themselves onto somebody, and then it doesn't work out, and then they mad at it all over again. You know, I actually know or have known people in my life like that. But you know, like somebody just said in the chat, like, you just know when it's the right time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like it could be, and then I ain't been single in 20 years. So I don't know what it's like out there right now.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting and disrespectful.
You know?
And I feel like both sides are getting used. Like, I really feel like both sides are getting used. And I feel like people are now stepping into relationships with the mindset of using the other person. That's how I'm feeling about relationships. So I'm actually scared to really even invest in somebody else, because the way we are so sexualized. I'm just bring this up because it's just like the respect is just lost on both sides, I just feel. So it's very hard to date out here now as women. I mean, myself included, like, we out here being the man, and I feel like men are just crying all the damn time. And this is my perspective, you know. So it's not too much of a role switch. It's pissing me off, actually. So I just
what you mean? What you mean?
It just feels like, not all, of course, but it's too many of a number of men who just don't have it together. And I mean mentally. Everything is not financially. I mean emotionally. I think some people really haven't dealt with some things, especially on the men's side. I feel like things aren't talked about. So we get into these toxic relationships, and then that relationship bad, and you just single forever because of what happened. And I don't know. We just don't seem to really deal with things within our community, as I like to say.
Right.
Like I said, it's morning out here, CJ. Stay where you are.
I just want to acknowledge a few people that came in. Welcome in, Sipping with Share Magic, Chocolate Drop, Auntie Simply, LaGregoria,
T and Lee TV,
T and Lee TV, Hola Sissy Pooh. Did I say Chocolate Drop? Chocolate Drop, Emmanuel, and Praying for Better Days. Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah. Anybody have any questions? Please feel free to put it in the chat. We have all y'all comments started. I'm sorry, you can get back to the comments.
No, it's all good. People need to be honest on what they want in a relationship.
Yeah. And they are in a relationship. I mean, I just feel like people, they do this thing in the front. What is that thing? The honeymoon stage, where, you know, you're not really talking about what it really is. Like, if you a bum, you need to recognize you a bum.
Right.
Like, if you're a bad parent, you need to work on parenting. It's other things you might need to focus on instead of a relationship, you know? So right. I don't know. I just feel like, for me, I talk from a broken place, because I seem to always meet the same type of person or allow the same type of person in. And but now I'm like, so what is it about me that keeps doing that, and why do I keep doing that? You know, so that's why I still say the single part, because I'm still figuring out what am I doing.
Okay.
You know.
Hey, let me say something right. Well, I saw a comment that made me raise my eyebrow by sheer magic, talking about most men come with baggage. That's not true. That's not true. Anybody come with baggage. Men don't come. It's not just men. So you mean to tell me women don't come with baggage?
Right.
So you gotta elaborate on that. I take exception to that shit. The reason I do it because like me being a, you know what I'm saying, single parent, you know what I mean, and going through what I'm going through and stuff, that might someone might, you know what I'm saying, think, oh well, he got, you know what I'm saying, a son. Well, I got one son who, by the way, about to go to college. They might consider my son's baggage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got women out there who got 4 or 5 kids, and a man will still take them. Because that woman got 4 or 5 kids, does she got baggage?
Yes.
Yeah. You still love them, right?
Right. You absolutely right.
Well, I mean, so it's not, I guess what I'm saying is not a gender thing. You can't sit there and say, oh, it's just a men got baggage. It's not gender-wise.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? People got, everybody got something going on in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. Yep. So the person that you're dating or you want to accept, or they willing to accept you with all your flaws. That's the question.
True. That's true.
And you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing I want to talk about right quick. That's one reason why I try to take over your show. My bad.
No, go ahead. This is what this night is about.
All right. Here's the deal. Another reason why I don't think I'll ever get married again. When you were with somebody, you're equally yoked. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Why is it when you get married, and it's not every marriage, your partner focuses on the shit that you do bad instead of embracing what you do good? Does that happen to? I mean, because the case like my last marriage, like I said, I don't abuse women. I've never touched a woman before in my life. I turn 50 years old next year. I've never touched a woman. No, I never will. All right. So I never get abusive with anything, including my drinking. I drink every fucking day.
Right.
Every day I drink. I've never got abusive. None of that. I've never had cops call me or none of that. My ex-wife, all she did was talking about how much I drink. She ain't talking about how much I paid the bills.
Right.
She ain't talking about how much I cooked. She ain't talking how much I give her like surprises like, hey, let's go to the, you know what I'm saying, massage place in Buckhead. You know what I'm talking about? She always focused on the bad shit I did. Now keep in mind, she smoked weed every day. I didn't say shit about that not one motherfucking time.
Right.
Right? So I think that if people just took the time to appreciate what they have in their mate, things could be a lot more better. And then you can focus your attention on being one. You know what I'm talking about? As opposed to someone just nagging somebody over and over and over again. Oh, you smoke too much, you drink too much, this, that, and the third, you eat too much. Instead of saying, you know what, I love you for who you are type of shit. I've never got that shit before. Ever. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why sometimes, you know, you can sit here and have like, go through a process like, you know what, I never want to go through that stuff again.
Right. Yeah.
But that's just one person. I'm one person out of a billion people and a billion people in this world. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that's just me talking about.
I get what you're saying, and I'm one who I've said to CJ before, like I don't like seem like I'm nagging. I don't always want to talk about the bad. I like to focus on the good, but sometimes you have to have those hard conversations because sometimes there's things that play behind the bad. But if you have a partner that just does not want to talk about the bad and they run from those conversations, then it comes out as nagging because you never get to communicate to really come to an understanding. So
yeah, can I say this real quick? this is how I feel about nagging. I feel like, and I'm gonna just give an example. I feel like men do this, not all, but whoever. Okay, like if you don't take the trash out, and I say, "Hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? Can you please grab the trash or whatever? Can you take that out today?" And you're like, "All right, yep, I got it, whatever." And then you leave out, you don't take it out. You come back home, and I'm like, "Hey, can you take the trash out?" You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You're like, "Yeah, baby, I'm gonna take care of that. I got it," and you still don't do it. So by the time that I say it to the third time, I'm irritated now because I don't understand why this is something that is the issue. This is the issue that I'm discussing with you, and you already seemed as if you hearing me because I'm pretty sure we had a talk. So you probably acting like you heard me, but you still never took care of it. Is it the fact that I had to keep saying the same thing to you? Is that nagging? Because that's just how I be feeling like it's because I had to repeat the same thing to your ass.
Right.
That's not. I mean, no, that's not nagging though. That's dealing with an ignorant dude. I mean, you're telling him what to do, he ain't doing it. So that's not on you, it's on him. So it's not. That's not nagging. You should only tell a man to do something one time. You gotta keep continuously tell him something. That's on him, and that could be. That's not nagging somebody. That's like telling him, like, dude, this is my third time telling you. Take the initiative and do what the fuck I just told you to do.
Right. But see, you feel that way, and it's a good thing to hear. But there's going to be somebody, for example, not saying CJ feels that way, but CJ may feel like, no, that's nagging. You told me once, I'm going to do it when I do it. Whether I do it today or whether I do it in December, I'm going to do it. But you can't have it.
Then express that then. When Coco sat there and said that, you know what I'm saying, hey, take the trash out, he should be like, okay, I'll do when I do it. And that'll squash it. Instead of her constantly telling it, you know what I'm saying? So nagging, I guess what I'm saying, nagging, quote unquote nagging, quote unquote, can't be prevented as long as you guys have open communication.
Yeah.
Am I right?
And a change in the communication, because apparently we're talking about something because something needs to happen.
Right.
I don't think we're just talking to just be talking, like having a conversation. How was your day? We probably having a conversation about some change, as you said, the drinking. Okay, so what was the result? Did you try to change things? It's going to sound like nagging because she came to you about something that bothered her. I guess the weed smoking didn't bother you, so you feel like you never was a nagger. You know what I'm saying? But she was nagging. But did you change it? She was just supposed to deal with what you do because you just deal with what she do. That's not being her own person. Then it's like women gotta change. Like we supposed to bend for something like that.
But what's even crazier, she met me in the bar.
Met you in the
what I'm saying? I said she met me in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You don't know
I'm very transparent. Before I get to know anybody, I tell them everything. You put everything out there. That way, that person's not surprised. You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, when someone advises you something and just asks you to slow something down, if you love that person and you realize they're just, you know what I'm saying that for your best interest, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, meet them halfway. I'm not gonna be a total asshole about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't drink shit. No. I'm okay. This one time she was like, you drink too much, slow down. I stopped drinking beer. I drink wine like twice a week. That's it. I met her halfway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about communication. But at the same time, I'm sitting here making these changes, but you still downstairs in the basement smoking weed.
Would you complain? Did you talk to her about the weed smoking?
No.
Or do you feel like she was supposed to just change? Like, then
No.
I mean, that's what be happening sometimes. In that,
no, I didn't say anything about a weed smoke or nothing like that because the woman I married is the woman I married.
Oh, well then don't bring it up now because it didn't matter then. So it's no point. It don't count now.
No. My point is this. My point is, I accepted her flaws and all. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, she steadily nagging me about something. In my opinion, it's me drinking beer is nothing in the crib. I ain't going out in the streets smoking weed, smoking crack. The bills getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
The bills getting paid. This thing. But I mean, but like I said, like I ain't got as of right now, this very moment, July 3rd, I don't worry about that because I'm totally single. So
Okay.
So look, we got the chat is on fire. Okay, the chat is on fire. Real quick, shout outs to Ruby.
Hey, Ruby Boo.
We got Lo of the Tony family in the
Hey,
building.
Boo, bro.
Lo, what's up? Lo, what's do, baby? What it do?
Yeah, man, we got Lo in here. Auntie came in. What up,
Hey,
Auntie?
Auntie.
Who
Hey,
else?
Aunt.
Lily is in
Hey,
here.
Lily Boo.
I just want to make sure I ain't miss nobody, y'all. Hold on. I think
That's
that's it. All right, y'all. So y'all know, once we start really diving into the comments, let me see. I got to start another one. We got a lot of them starred. And Sipping with Sheer Magic, yes, I have your comment for Debo starred. So y'all know we call this From the Den, y'all. So look, we got a whole bunch. So I'm gonna just run through.
I like that. Hey, I like that. Hold on. No. Hold on. I like that, bro. I see you, dog.
Oh man, yeah. You know.
Hey, no. Hey, Double C, I see what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I see y'all. Keep going. I said, I was recognizing, bro. That was
I appreciate it. Hey, hey, I appreciate it, bro.
That was tight, man. That should probably take like 5 hours to make home.
It only took my baby 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You shut up, Debo.
Hey, I be rolling through these clips, man. For real.
On fire.
Yeah, for real. All right, y'all. So let's get to these comments. So look, Dreaming KT said, at this age, it's harder to date because you know what you don't have the energy for, what you will accept, and unfortunately, it's a small group that will fit what you're looking for. KT, I've been paying attention to your comments. You sound like you don't go for no shit. Oh, yeah. Okay, so never mind. Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I know. Sipping with Sheer Magic said they do Debo with child support. Can't get a passport or parole. Kids aren't baggage because I love the kids. I think this was going back to what we was talking about earlier.
I mean, like I said, like what I said, women have baggage too, so it's not just men. So that's all I'm saying.
Definitely agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely agree. Carmelin for the win said I would have asked what is the biggest concern with my drinking. I think this is when you was talking about one of your wives talking about your drinking. I would have asked what is the biggest concern with my drinking. Uncover if she has trauma around drinking from her past.
I did ask.
Oh, you asked that?
That's one of the first things. Yeah, if someone's addressing the issue, why the fuck, bro? Of course I would ask that question. Of course I would ask that. It ain't like she gonna walk in like I'm concerned about your drinking, and I'm like, oh whatever. I just walk away and keep drinking. No, like I said, what's up? Why are you concerned? And I did the same scenario I did. I'd be like, I get out in the streets, smoking weed, smoking crack. I'm in here with you, my woman, in this house, drinking my beer, chilling, and relaxing. And then at that point, we communicate, we talked. She told me what she was concerned about, and had nothing to do with her past. She was concerned about my health. When she said that, I said, okay, cool. And that's when I cut down to just 2 glasses of wine a week.
Well, I commend you for even asking that because a lot of people, I'm not going to say men or women, but a lot of people, because it happens on both sides, they won't ask that question.
Right.
Go to say, oh, I don't like the way you drinking. And then all of a sudden it's, what's wrong with my drinking? I don't have a problem with drinking.
No, if I'm married to you, you're my best friend. We're bonded. We got a bond. We're married.
Right.
So if you come at me, this shit gotta be important. So it must be really something that you've been thinking about. Right. And as your husband, I gotta communicate with you. Like, what's the situation? We'll talk about it. Yeah. And we resolve it.
Right.
Any man in any situation. I'm talking from a male aspect. Talking as a man. That's it. If your woman come up to you and says something to you that you're concerned about, and you're like, oh, whatever, you're fucking Neanderthal, you're an asshole. You're not being a fucking king.
Right.
I 100% agree.
Yep.
All right. So Lo said you have to have those uncomfortable conversations to fix the issue.
For sure.
Facts. Right. Big time facts, yo.
And when you don't have them and you sweep stuff under the rug,
oh, it's coming back later. Like, don't avoid it. You might as well deal with it.
People gonna come back later, or it's gonna create a division, and you just gonna separate.
Yeah.
if you have someone who doesn't want to understand that you don't like something you did and how you feel, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Y'all really delving in tonight. I just feel like certain people bring out different versions of you.
That's true. That's
Yeah, now I feel that shit. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old school. If I ask you once, I'm cool. Twice, I'll do it, and you're gonna hate me.
Auntie Simply.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Reword how we say things instead of "Can you take the trash out?" Try Bay. I really like when you take the trash out without being asked. Okay. Tony.
No, I respectfully disagree, but go ahead.
Hold on, now I want you to please talk about it because
Right. What?
you probably on the same. Okay, let me tell you something.
Hey, if I'm asking you to do something, just do it.
Right.
I don't have to I'm not gonna sit here and redo it. Like it'd be nice if you cook tonight. No, I'm like, what's for dinner? Hey, I cooked last night. What's for dinner? Because here's the thing. Just think about it like this, y'all. Think about it like this. If someone comes at me personally, if someone came to me like, oh, baby, it'd be nice if we did this, it'd be nice if we did that. I'll think to myself, I just run over her because she's not being assertive.
Mm-hmm.
She's not being assertive. I just run over her and do what the fuck I want to do. Because all she's gonna do is like, it'd be nice if you stop drinking, or as opposed to like, look, stop drinking, Negro.
Right.
Okay.
So that's just my Debo thought. I'm sorry. Back to y'all.
I understand it.
I agree.
Lo said, I feel like if the drinking is not causing you to be aggressive and disrespectful or causing major health issues, then let that man be.
That's how I feel.
And no health issues at all. But before my cancer, I had no health issues at all. Other than gout. CJ, you got gout. Shit happens.
Why you put my business in the street?
Okay, in the street. For real.
Everybody in this goddamn chat don't know I got gout. Niggas, man.
Shut up, CJ.
Hey, my bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah, you got gout.
I'm just saying, look, if it's not going health issues or not being aggressive or not, giving me kind of problems like that, it shouldn't be an issue. But clear to her it was. So I had to accept it.
Look at the sticks.
Come on,
Hey, my bad, bro. Hey, I'm so sorry, man. Hey, I owe you one, man.
He don't set it on videos and lives, please.
No, I ain't tripping. So Sassy Sonya said, when my husband comes home from a day of work, I give him his space. I don't bother him. I go downstairs and I relax.
And that's the best thing to do.
I go downstairs until he relaxes.
Yeah, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all, CJ and Sharice, how important is y'all's personal space?
Sorry. But
not really. It's not.
No, I think it is very important. But
our personal space is our personal space. My personal space is hers, and hers is mine.
That's not personal space, bro.
I'm trying to hear none of that shit she about.
That's not personal space, though. I'm talking about your space by like just you chilling by yourself.
I mean, me personally, I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't make or break us.
Okay.
I love being around my wife.
Yeah,
right. That's all I was doing.
And that's right. And that's how it should be. You should want to be around your folks. You should want to be around your partner. You should want to be touching on your partner.
Yeah, right. But I mean,
we
honestly,
stay among
each other a lot. But there are times where, like during the football season, I do stay in my man cave a lot, and all that. But it doesn't cause friction. My wife know I love. I mean, it's only people. How many months is in the season for football?
About 4 months. About 5 months.
And that's every Sunday. It's just one day out of every week, and I just watch my football. But she don't trip about that. But there are females out there that will trip about that.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. Out there that will trip about that. You know what I'm saying? But and my wife, she has her time. She like to go down in the man cave and fold her laundry or go into the guest room and whatever. Like, so yeah, we have our little moments. But for the most part, no, we don't really be tripping about personal stuff.
What about you, Sharice?
It's the same. I mean, I just like being up under my husband, and he like being up under me. Sometimes, if I go in another room, CJ get an attitude, and he'll be like, "Where you going?" Then I have to come back in the room.
Hold on.
And
Hold
if
on.
he
Hold
go in
on.
the other room, I'd be like,
Word.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Honestly, doubt your ass in the corner. That's how my gout is. That was unnecessary.
I see you playing. I know that's right.
Sorry, I
don't
don't
know.
know.
"No,
But
you
I
good."
I
But
had
no,
to.
that's it.
Hold on. Let's go. Hold on, because I'm just speaking what I've seen my parents do. They just celebrated 56 years of marriage.
And
Ain't nothing wrong with that,
Ain't
Carmen.
nothing wrong with it at all. And everything works differently for everybody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me go back to these. I don't want to skip over the ones we already got started. Let me see. Said I don't allow MR to touch the garbage. I get pissed off when my wife touch garbage. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's your job. You're the man. Take the garbage. You're the man, bro.
Why women do that? I don't know why women sometimes like step in the place of. I don't know. Are we just not ashamed or not ashamed, but I don't want to say know our place, but let the man take the garbage out. Like I see my mom, like she overdoes it. I'm like, let my father handle the suitcases, mom. Like, let a man do it.
Right.
They're stronger than us. This is what God made them to be. Look at them. They're beautiful. They're bigger. They're strong. That's why I don't even like when women be like, I'll beat your A. Yeah, I'll tear him up, girl, because he'll let you. What are you talking about? Like, that's crazy.
It's hard because I think some people are just naturally independent and do things.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's nothing about trying to disrespect CJ or overtake it. I'll just be in the moment of cleaning up, and I just start doing stuff. And the minute he hear garbage bag, what you doing? Put that down. And I'd be like, oh shoot, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I really just want him to relax because he worked hard all week, and I'd be like, I sat down at a desk while I've been off 2 or 3 days. Let me handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But we just gotta learn how to, like you said, sit back and let them do it.
Yeah. I think that's a beautiful thing. Why not? There's certain things that listen. We pop out babies. That's something that we have to sit back and do. Okay, they can't help us with it. They can't nothing with it. Give them something. Okay. Good gracious.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Did I already say this one? I don't think. Yeah. Oh no. Me personally, I don't think I need to reword anything. If we live together and you see something needs to be done, then do it. We live here too. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's times where my wife would be out with her mother, my mother-in-law, and my daughter, and come home to the whole house clean. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't even like doing laundry, but if I see it needs to be done, I'll throw some loads in.
Right.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or like it's times where we got a rule, like whoever makes it home first has to cook dinner. You know what I'm saying? So she come home first, she cook dinner. If I get home first, I'll cook dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like compromise. You know what I'm saying? So but everybody do stuff differently. You know what I'm saying? Every household is different, and there are unfortunately a lot of dudes that are stuck in the old days as to where they feel like the female should do everything because that's how their daddy did their mom.
I was wondering about that. Like, what's going on with that? You know what I mean? Like the men taking care of the households and things of that nature. Like, it just seemed like it's just not flowing how it used to be back in the day, But then at the same time, women also, we're out here too, like in the work world and doing things that men do. I don't know if we just kind of
yeah, you gotta think about the whole equal rights thing and
how we really played a part.
Females wanted the same respect that men got,
and now we got it.
And now you got it.
Yeah.
So they got what they asked for.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that in a bad way because there are a lot of females out here that do things that men should do better than men.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because think about it. Of course, a nurse should be with candy stripers and bedside nurses. I'm sure someone who's on their dying deathbed would want someone that's nurturing. you know what I'm saying, and has that what a woman has. Not saying a man don't have a heart, but women are more emotional or more vocal with their emotions and stuff, and probably can connect more so to someone in certain situations, you know. But for the most part, it's like, okay, that needs to be a part-time because you're a lady. That's just how I feel. Like that the whole garbage thing is, of course, cook and all this other stuff, but the garbage thing is that seems filthy. That's why you don't want your lady to do it, because it seems filthy. You know what I'm saying? So there's just, I don't see a lot of trash ladies. I see a lot of trash men. You know what I'm saying? It's because you already know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, CJ Sharice, well, baby, I need to try that because I've been cooking since I was 12. Damn. Yeah. My husband won't cook at all.
Be like that sometime, bro. That's wild, bro.
And, all jokes aside, some kids are forced into that lifestyle.
Yeah, for sure.
You ain't gonna eat if you don't cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It can be from a lot of things. I think it can be from single parenting. It could be from parents still partying. It
Right.
could be from just working like I don't know what, gotta do it, you know.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to the 23 million in the building. This is Singles Night with our special guests, Debo Vibes and Coco's Content. I'm gonna go ahead and show this video really quick.
All right.
It's a video called "The Before Benefits of Being Single According to Studies," and then after the video, we'll get y'all takes on the video. I want to run through all of these awesome comments after that, and then we'll slowly start wrapping it up because I didn't even realize time was flying the way it was. But so let's go ahead and play the video, and then we will come back and we will talk about said video. All right.
All right.
Everybody, if you don't mind, just mute your mic.
Hey Psych2Goers, and welcome back to another video. Before we start, we'd like to give you a huge thanks for all of the love and support that you've given us. Psych2Go's mission is to make psychology more accessible to everyone, and you help us do that. Now, let's continue. Hollywood and marketing companies have a lot of people chasing after love like it's a prize or a status symbol. But what's the big deal with relationships? Do you need a New Year's kiss or a Valentine? Are relationships overrated? Maybe not for everyone, but there definitely are some benefits to being single. Relationships can be wonderful, but being single can too. You don't have to be bitter and lonely. Let's take a look at a few of the benefits of being single. Strengthening bonds. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, something we all want is love and belonging. We want to be loved unconditionally. We want someone who we can talk to about anything. A lot of the time, especially as we get older, that gap seems to become more obvious, and we tend to think that the thing that's missing is romantic love. Because of that, we lose sight of the fact that we can receive love and affection from many sources, not just a romantic partner. A study conducted in 2016 revealed that receiving support from other sources, like your friends and family, can mitigate feelings of romantic loneliness. In other words, spending time with friends and family can keep that nagging feeling that something is missing away. Permission to be selfish. A 2013 article published in Politics, Philosophy, and Economics titled, "Can a Compromise Be Fair?" states that compromises need to occur in relationships, even at the cost of fairness. This means compromises aren't always fair, but they are necessary for a relationship to work. That's good news for single people, of course. Compromises will still come up as you balance work or school, friends, and family, but the most stressful and time-consuming compromises come with being in a relationship. You don't need to discuss plans with a significant other. You can just decide on things yourself. You don't need to compromise. Feel like treating yourself to sushi and a movie on a lovely Sunday afternoon? You can. That includes not worrying about the option, needs, or wants that a significant other would have. No worrying that they're not in the mood for sushi or that they don't want to see the movie you picked. It's the one time, aside from your birthday, that you can be a little more selfish than usual. Look within. When you're single and don't have to compromise, you have more time to discover the things that make you, you. Whether you like to spend entire days playing video games or watching niche films that make other people squeamish, you can do whatever tickles your fancy when you aren't in a relationship. This also extends to introspection. You have time to look inwards and learn about yourself. You can figure out everything that you need and want in life. You'll also have time to recognize and heal past trauma. When you're in a relationship, your goals need to fit into the relationship, or a compromise needs to be met. You shouldn't have to compromise on your dreams and the things that you're most passionate about. In a thesis written in 2019 titled Seeking Solitude, The Positive Effects of Being Alone, PhD candidate Samantha Voss wrote, "Being in uninterrupted silence gets you involved in your own emotions and thoughts. You get to really understand them, create an inward awareness that helps you improve your outward awareness." And that sums it up perfectly. Mental health. Existentialist philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre has a famous quote that says, "If you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company." Being in a relationship shouldn't negatively affect your mental health, but it can. This also goes for being single, but when you're single, you can choose that alone time for your mental health whenever you need it. A few studies have been done on the effects of a relationship on your mental health. Clinical psychologist Scott Braithwaite found that improving your relationship can improve your mental health, but improving your mental health won't necessarily improve your relationships. This suggests that if you have mental health issues now, getting into a relationship isn't a way to solve these issues. According to psychologist Adele Forth, there is a possibility that your relationship can lead to trauma if your partner is or becomes abusive. That shouldn't be something you have to worry about. While you're single, take time to appreciate your own company and make sure your mental space is healthy. Use this time to care for yourself. Do a face mask, work out, or watch some trash TV. Treat yourself well. You can always experience romance on your own through a solo date. Unlike Lady Gaga, you don't want a bad romance. Relationships can be wonderful, but if you're waiting for the one, not interested in relationships, or you've just left a relationship, just know there's a lot to enjoy in the single life. Let us know how the single life is treating you in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe to Psych2Go for more videos like this. And if we can leave you with one thing, it's this: being single doesn't mean you have to be lonely.
All right, y'all can unmute your mics now.
Alrighty.
Hi, Tony.
What's up, Tony? Everybody, welcome in, Miss Louisiana Housewife. Debo, you can unmute your mic now.
That's Marty.
So how would y'all feel? I'm sorry. How do y'all feel? What did you take away from that video, Coco?
I didn't know if it was saying that you're selfish if you're trying to be by yourself. I didn't really kind of understand it, you know what I'm saying? But I just took it like, hey, these could be the pros and the cons. That's what I got out of it for the most part.
Right. Debo, what you take from it? You on mute, bro.
I mean, he probably going off.
No, I had on mute because you told us to put on mute.
Yeah, it's all good.
That video. Yeah. No, I was saying though, man. Same thing Coco said. Pros and cons of being single. You know what I'm talking about. But a lot of stuff that was said, you know, psychologically is correct. So
yeah, I think mainly what that video was talking about was pretty much saying that you can find yourself in single life. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, you can find yourself in single life, and that the fact that you're single doesn't always have to be a negative thing. Because a lot of people see single life as a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a negative thing, especially if you are to, because there's a lot of women out there. I'm gonna say women, men too, but it's a lot of women, and I'll just say it's a lot of people out there that just don't. They very cautious when it comes to the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And most of the time, you don't know why. You know, it could be trauma. It could be something that they went through. It could be the way that mom and daddy raised them.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Right.
There's nothing wrong with that, with being cautious. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Sonia. I see and everybody was giving, saying how, talking about the video and picking the video. I appreciate that. I just felt like it fit. It was a perfect video for this occasion. If you think you're lonely now, wait.
Auntie Simply.
So let me real quick, y'all, run through these comments that we still have starred because I don't want to overlook them.
Before you run through the comments, I just want to say to those of you who are single, one of the positive benefits to being single is you only have to feed yourselves. Sometimes when you get into a relationship, well, look at you, baby. Sometimes when you get in a relationship, you get somebody who you have to spend $600 a week on groceries. So when you're single, you don't have to do that. So be glad and rejoice.
Hey, they come with the territory. No.
Hey, I feel you on that.
How the hell you feel her on that?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I mean, fine. No, all right, let's keep it real. When you single, when you are single, financially, you're well. I ain't gonna say all that.
Yeah. Think about it.
All right. Actually, it's the opposite. When you're with somebody, financially, it's lesser stress of a burden on you. Guys,
hopefully that is not true.
How is that not true? When two people are splitting everything down the.
No.
Okay, I'm listening.
I believe that's how it should be, but I don't know what that is.
So Coco, what you saying is more of a financial burden with two people being together than one person being alone by himself?
Only if it's not an equal, if the finances aren't equally split for real, then of course it's going to weigh more on another person. Of course.
So you're saying that two people being you're saying two people being together is financially more stressful than one person being by himself?
No, not necessarily. Oh, you know what? It could be if if you're adding another person to what you already do as a single person, and you're adding on somebody else, and it's not helping, then yeah, it could be more stressful for sure than being single because you added another person.
CJ and Cherie, so what do y'all do as far? All right. Never mind. I ain't gonna. That's y'all business, bro.
Ask it.
So what do y'all do? I mean, am I tripping? I think two people like y'all two together, or two people working. All right, getting income. How is that more stressful than someone being by themselves trying big things do work on their own?
I personally don't think it's more stressful. I always tell people it's not always easy. We struggle too. Just because it's a 2-income household don't mean that there's no struggle. Because a lot of people say that because you have a 2-income household, you never fall on hard times. That's not completely true.
Well, you got to build around a multiple household versus okay, as a single person, okay, you can go get, if no kid, literally single, you might can downgrade to a 1-bedroom with a den. But if it's two of y'all, you might need to have a 2-bedroom extra. You never know what it, how it might work for y'all. But who knows? Or y'all have a 1-bedroom with a den. It didn't matter. Do you got family? Do you got kids? What does it really mean?
Right. Welcome in, Big Brother Trey and Nene, Miss Louisiana Housewife, and Miss Angela Eats. Thank y'all for coming in. Oh, and Uno. Sorry, Uno.
Uno. And you also got to remember that it depends on the financial agreement that y'all have as well.
Right.
That's where I'm coming from.
Facts. Hey, fact, bro. Hey, I'm glad you said that. Here's the deal.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's the deal. So, my son's mother, when we found out she was pregnant, I was like, "This is on me." I said, "Let's work. Let's get this house," because we was in the hood, basically in Decatur, Georgia, and we was in Decatur. I said, "We gotta get a house. I'm not having my son stay in the hood." We both worked as a team. All right. We finally got our house. Much before our son was born. Okay. The very second we got married. We got married 3 weeks before he was born. She quit her job. And she was like, "I want to be a housewife now. Take care of the baby." We never talked about that. Up to that point, we were a team. The first thing we said I do, everything was on me. So there has to be some kind of financial agreement before you do anything.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of the downfall.
Man, you already know finances be they might be worse than cheating at this point because people take advantage of people. Men do it. I mean, I meant to say women first, but women do it, men do it, both sides do it. And it's very sad because you You leave a mark on somebody to not trust people, you know, or not to fully give your own, especially when it's really out there. You realize that person is really just using you for real. And so that's what I meant about the two people at home. Yes, if both people have that agreement or what they're going to do, but people can have agreements and people still don't do what they say they're going to do. That's how it becomes the issue. That's when it be, you know, more of a burden on the other person. It just happens. It's a sad situation too, but it happens too often.
Yeah.
I personally just thank God that we worked out the way that we worked out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have heard people argue over money. I mean, we have been out to dinner with other married couples before, and the husband have told the wife to pay her bill, and the husband paid his own bill.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And I mean, that's what worked for them. We didn't judge them for it, but we were just in complete shock because
it could have been at that time, though. It could have been what's going on with them at that time. It might not even have to be a marriage issue, but if they were good enough to talk about, hey, the check is a little messed up, I'm just giving it.
No, that was how they did things. Her money was her money, his money was his.
And whatever works for the
yeah. Well, exactly. I don't judge nobody in their household.
Exactly.
Why they do things at all.
I'm not even mad at that. Some people are really about splitting it down the middle. Some men are like, oh, my woman, she could just pay like the small bills. I don't want her to take care of the rent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? And it works out or whatever. But when it comes to, what I don't like is the woman unexpectedly taking care of the majority, and that wasn't the agreement. That's the stuff that is so prevalent now, and is annoying.
See, for me, I just feel like if the woman has the better paying job or whatever the agreement is, if I have the better paying job, I'm going to go ahead and handle what I can handle, and then you handle what you can handle. But that's our agreement. But the way that CJ and I have always been, I don't care if he made $2 an hour, I made $50 an hour, or vice versa. Our money goes into one account, and we pay our bills first, and then what's left. I've always been the one that paid the bills.
I don't like paying bills.
And then I'll be like, baby, this is what's paid, this is what's left, and then we just do whatever. We've tried the whole whatever's left after bills, we split down the middle. But then he would spend it on me, and I'll be spending my portion on him. So leave the shit in the bank, and we just swipe the card.
Do y'all have separate accounts?
No. We've been together 20 years and never had an argument over money. Not once.
It shouldn't. I think money shouldn't even. It's one thing if you're in a situation and like both people lost their job and the stress is coming about and it's like, what are we doing? What are we going to do? You know, I understand that, but if you both are working and the money is there, you are supposed to be able to talk about these things and work it out accordingly to what works for y'all to stay stable. But that don't listen. I can be honest, I wouldn't get married to whoever I'm dating if finances aren't right. I just won't do it. Because that's locking me into something that I don't want to be locked into. You know, it's one thing to take advantage when we just dating and it's just an open relationship or something, but marriage, oh no. Because then you look at people like, how do you handle your finances? If you can't handle your finances, you don't even need to be trying to get married to nothing. You don't need to be having kids. You don't need to be getting married. You don't need to be doing nothing because that's a big chunk of life. Like being able to take care of yourself. That is adulting.
So what would you say, Debo, what would your requirements be for a woman? Like when you're ready to date, what are your requirements?
Good question.
Just honesty. And I have a rule. I do have a rule. Before I date anybody or before, you know what I'm saying, I dive into the pool and deep in is like, hey, I'm yours, you're mine, we together. You gotta know that person, get to learn that person, get to know that person. And sometimes they can take a year. Get to know the likes and dislikes. I need before my requirements with a woman. Yeah, I need to get to know you. Because I've been told in the past, recently, that hey, you know what I'm saying, me and her know each other for like 5-6 months. And she's like, oh, we're best friends and everything. And I get shitting on her, just like that. So to protect myself from any kind of emotional stress or whatever, I tell a woman straight up, let's get to know each other. You gotta get to know each other. Because once I'm in, I'm in. Like I said, this Father Time is undefeated. No one's getting any younger. And I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time with somebody like, oh, I know you for 2 months. Oh, well, I'm in love with you. No, the fuck I'm not. I don't know you. I don't know you. And if she don't accept that, then you're not the one for me because you don't want to get to know me. You gotta learn that person, know that person. You know what I'm saying? Court that person for at least a year, at least 1 solid year, maybe 8 months. That's how I feel. And then at that point, you know that person. That's my only requirement. That and honesty. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't trust nobody these days. People will lie all the time. And honesty is the best policy. You get to know if someone's truly honest with you and they're truly real with you, get to know them for at least a year. At least a year.
Can is this involving SEX as well? Like, are we doing that as well? Because see, it seems like it'd be so easy for men to say that, but you're already getting what you want as a man. Like, we probably already satisfied you, so you know if you like it in a sexual manner or not. So I feel like that also play with men too, because are you going to want to still court me? Because y'all are the ones who minds change.
Okay, going back to what I said a second. I mean, because going back a second ago, why is it a gender thing? Women do the same fucking thing. Women do the same thing.
Okay.
In my opinion.
See, if I could, if I'm like, oh well, okay, since we getting to know each other for a year, then you need to know me. You don't need to know the inside of me. I mean, my heart, yes, but you know what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, so make sure you can hold off for that long too. Since you're trying to get to know somebody so deeply, don't get in that deep yet. You know.
Right. So what's the acceptable time to get to know somebody before y'all? Well. What's the acceptable time to truly know somebody before you become intimate with somebody?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't put a time on it. I think that's all a personal, however you feel about that person or whatever.
True that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely hard for me, it's definitely hard to put a time on it because some people would say you have to give like a year to 6 months or whatever. I mean, me and CJ met on my birthday and then was together by the end of the month, and then he was moved in by the next month.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been together for 20 years and closer than
ever.
ever.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, and be honest with y'all, all of y'all, everybody. The only reason I'm saying that whole 1 year thing, keep in mind, I used to not put a time on anything. Mm-hmm. Like, I was a believer in your love at first sight. You can actually, you look at somebody and like, that's your soulmate, et cetera, et cetera. Unfortunately, I'm damaged goods because each time that happened, it wound up very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So what you said, Sharice, I totally get it. What you said, Coco, totally get it. I put Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Debo puts a 1 year time frame on it.
Okay.
Because of my past experiences of rushing into a situation where I feel like she's the one, where she wasn't the one.
Yeah.
And this is how it is. Now, can that change? Of course I can change. I mean, if I know for a fact that you know what I'm saying, like, this is my queen, like, yo, like, she's the one. She's the one. Then, of course, you got to pray on it and then advance. And then just, let her know the situation. Because tomorrow, I say a year, hell, tomorrow's not promised.
Right. The next second.
The next second's not promised. So it all depends on the situation. But I'm just, like I said, the only reason I say, answer your question, Sharice, about what a prerequisite is. You got to be honest, and we got to learn how to be friends. You got to have a friend. I want you to be my friend before anything. That way you get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
Off the rip.
That's true. What about you, Coco? What are your requirements?
In a relationship, it's just to just be ready for the relationship. Like, be ready, have yourself ready for a relationship. It could be your spirituality, it could be your emotions, it could be your mentality. How are you physically? Do you take care of yourself? It's certain things, qualities that I want to develop as well. So I want somebody that can help me develop certain things as well. I always feel like no one helps grow me. You know what I'm saying? And I want that. You know, I want to learn new things. I want my man to be my leader. I want a leader. You know, I'm a woman. So I look at it, a lot of women ain't into the role thing, and I get it, that's y'all, but I'm fine with cooking and cleaning and, you know, serving my man, and I'm fine with that. You know, I never experienced that or had a reason to, you know what I mean? So I want somebody who's ready for marriage, like for real. Someone who is developed, somebody who isn't still trying to figure things out. You have to have yourself together. I feel like I can offer these things and then some. So, you know, and then we just want to be compatible across the board, you know, hopefully as much and still have differences because we're two different people
Right.
together.
So you are open to marriage? For
sure. I ain't never been married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been married or proposed to. That's why I said earlier, I'm like, it could be me. I'm a type of person where it's like, I used to think like, dang, why somebody wouldn't like me? I'm so nice, I'm so friendly and stuff like that. But now I'm realizing like everybody's not going to like you. You're going to have differences with people, and you have to work on those things. And sometimes when you hear people say things, you might have to look within. You might have to look at yourself and say, you know what, that might be a problem. I keep hearing people say something about my tone. Okay, so let me try to work on my tone. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be a lady. I want to be a queen, a princess, whatever you want to call it. You know, so I don't know. I'll just be open to development of thyself for myself, my kids, my husband, and all of that.
Yeah. This has been amazing and absolutely incredible. I don't want people to feel like we forgot about them, so I'm going to run through these start comments real quick, and then we're going to get out of here because it's going on 8:30.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
We don't want to hold everything. So Dream and Kate, just going to run through them real quick. Just want to, I ain't mean to cut y'all wisdom or nothing like that, but I wanted to just get to these comments because it's getting a little late. I definitely understand, Carmen, people like to be spoken to a certain way and they want to feel respected. However, if the baby needs changing, then change him. I think it's just that common sense to me. Yes. Lowe says space is definitely needed. If we stay together, I don't feel the need to be all in each other's ass. Okay. My wife is in the bed scrolling, and I'm at the door of the bed, either playing the game or watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in personal space. I can't be everything to you, and you can't be to me. But when we come together, it's the best.
Right.
My personal space is sitting in this kitchen, cleaning my house, giving myself something to do. Me and my son take out the garbage, but if we're not home to do so, she will take it out herself.
Exactly.
Some women are just so used to doing things on their own that they don't know how to let a man be a man. That's a good point. I take out the trash, but that's because I live alone. If we lived together, that man wouldn't let me touch no damn trash.
He sure would not. And if he found out she was taking out the trash, he'd probably be mad she was taking her home trash.
I'll say when I come home from work and I see the garbage has been taken out, I'd be like, why you take the garbage out? Or I'll see it on a ring cam and be like, no. Yeah.
Facts.
He was just saying that Unc said he don't like Unc taking out the trash either.
Oh,
that plays a part too. If you had an active parent's outlook is a difference. My parents were divorced, so I was raised to be independent. I know people who were raised to be mothers and housewives. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It starts at home.
Oh, it really do, because I think a lot of us aren't raised to be wives. If I must throw that out there real quick, has our childhood allowed us to know what it is to be a wife and a husband? You know, so that also matters.
And unfortunately, a lot of us was cheated of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother topic in a good one. Man,
and call me when y'all trying to talk about it, because I can't.
Right. Just people, just how like I think households is a whole nother episode.
Yeah,
it should like coming up as kids and what we saw as kids and what we thought was
different households, 2-parent households, single mothers, single fathers, grandma households, aunties.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to think about the household that you came up in wasn't even your mother and father. It could have been auntie, grandma, sister, anybody. Just because two people are together and work don't mean it's equally yoked. You can't control somebody else's coin. They gonna spend their money on what they want, regardless if y'all going half or not. Excuse me, but there's no stigma to be placed on being single. At least for me, being good to myself has been a journey that I didn't think I could handle. But baby, the caterpillar to butterfly is that cut off.
It's beautiful.
Auntie Simply, she be. I love the way she be putting stuff. It's not always going to be 50-50. Sometimes it will be 70-40, facts, 80-20. And if y'all can get through the hard times without no one folding, then you found your mate. Facts, low.
Good point.
One thing I believe in is to discuss at the house, not out in public. We're gonna stand and agree on whatever until we get home. Money has ruined a lot of relationships with us, and it's still ruining relationships.
Yeah.
Unc said each of you is supposed to have your own account and then one for the bills. I mean, that's the thing. When we just
I agree. No, I agree with that.
Everybody runs their own household the way. It's not even about the household with that. That's more so your relationship.
Yeah.
You know, financial agreement, like I brought up earlier. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't like. I hate to see that word "supposed to," because it makes it seem like you're saying that everybody should do this. You know what I'm saying? Which is not true, because everybody doesn't think the same when it comes to money and stuff like that. Now, I remember hearing an OG say that's how things was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But then back in the day, also a woman didn't even have an account because the man was out doing working and making the money anyway. He would just come home to the clean house and a dinner and clothes being ironed and washed and all of that stuff like that. So I mean, I get it. I mean, everybody does things differently in their relationships.
Yeah,
get it.
Definitely.
Stick said, "How do y'all feel about the prenup?" That's a whole nother.
That's a whole
nother situation.
Episode. But I will say this: if it's for you, it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
For me and CJ, I would never. That's not something I would ever do with PJ.
Right.
Me and CJ could divorce today or tomorrow, and in my heart of hearts, I truly believe we would still look out for each other until the day we die.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's just how we are and how close we are. So,
Mo said exactly, Cowboy. I have my own personal and savings and CDs, and she has hers, and we have a joint account. Okay. See, everybody. I mean, and I don't knock nothing. Nobody does. Everybody does it differently. Before cancer changed my life, I did all the heavy lifting in this relationship. No, my husband didn't have it, and I'll never judge him because I knew the man he was when I married him. Okay, that's another good point. My husband never had a chance to finish school, not because of me, but because trying to help his mom take care of his siblings. See? Mm-hmm. Now, I wish I wouldn't have got rid of that fast. His siblings, so that's why I tell you I had the education for the siblings. So somebody would look at Tamika and her husband's situation and see her before she unfortunately got cancer. He was out doing the heavy lifting and making the money. Mm-hmm. Most people from the outside looking in will look at them and be like, "Oh, he a bum. You know, why he not out here working? Why she out here working and all?" But you don't know what that man went through. Right. Mm-hmm. That situation. That's none of your business. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's a whole nother story too. That's a whole nother conversation because people don't mind their goddamn business. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's a whole nother one. Let me see. I missed no.
I will say while you're looking for the comments, I seen in there where they said people change, and that is so true. I seen when Sonia said she's still getting to know her boyfriend after a year and a half, and him and his beautiful wife is still getting to know each other. That's true. People do change. Me and CJ been together for 20 years. We're still changing. CJ has to learn the new me. I'm still learning the new him. But sure. Like the unique part of life. Everybody change and grow, but you have to grow together, and that's where communication.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And we weren't always big. Not big. We weren't always good with. We still not good with it. We still got a lot to learn about it. But you know, communication is definitely a big big thing in a relationship.
Thank you, Sister Sonia.
Let me just make sure I ain't missing. I want to make sure I ain't missing no good comments. I let my husband. I let my hubby be the man. Stay in my lane.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong
that's
with
what
that.
I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
Simply, but my husband don't want me to work anymore. He said I've done so much. He just want me to relax. Now he said watching me fight cancer was enough. Yes, you need to relax and
You
chill.
need to.
Sharice, you know that man don't want me to do a damn thing on school. Yeah, we already know.
We know.
I was raised by both parents. That's all I know is to have a mommy and daddy. See, I'm trying to tell you, we're gonna revisit that. That household conversation needs to be had.
Serious.
It really do. That household
That's a whole
conversation.
nother episode.
It really
I
is.
just-
It really is. And I would like to have a whole. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about it.
Sorry, Debo and Coco. We almost finished.
Yeah.
In chat, we almost
Yes,
finished.
we-
Hey, y'all fine.
I don't like missing no comments.
Let's start to about 11. You fine. We talk about this all day. I love it.
Go through most of the bills in my house. Okay. We don't have a prenup. Neither do we. I ain't got shit. Do we need a part 2? Hey, just keep your eyes and ears peeled.
I'm telling
You
you.
know how the social den do. We already got some part 2s brewing and all of that.
Nice.
So it's a beautiful thing. It's been nice. Everyone have everyone. Okay, thank y'all so
Okay,
much.
Aunt,
All right,
thank y'all
y'all.
for coming.
So that's the end of the comments. Thanks to everybody that jumped in the comments. Y'all gave so much. That's exactly why I play that from the den. Because this is the den. The den is the comments. And y'all always come through every
Yeah.
So I mean, just as much as the social den is ours, it's y'all's, and we definitely appreciate y'all for y'all's participation every single week. And you have to learn from each other. One might be better at something than the other. That's another conversation. That's another conversation too. That's true. That's true. I don't like paying bills. I'm not good at it. I like to make the money to pay the bills. My wife is good with that, keeping up with the dates and trying to make sure, my wife is good at that, and I let her be great at that. And I'm good at things. She's good at things, and we good at you know what I'm saying?
It just works.
And it works. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we have our stumps and bumbles, and here and there, whatever. But what relationship does it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it more on a later date because we gotta go. It is 8:30. We've held y'all long enough. Debo and
And your little sis.
Coco, I'm gonna let y'all say y'all last words, starting with sis.
Oh, thank you. This was amazing. Thank you for finally bringing me on up. I had a good time. You already know when they get into some deep conversations, I'll either be here or I'll be in the comments or wherever. So I love you both. I love you too, Debo. And I can't wait till we all come together again. Please.
There it is. Debo?
Great topic as always, man. Social den all day. You already know what the deal is. You know what I'm talking about. So great episode. Great topic. Amazing topic. And shout out to y'all for bringing a topic that can be uncomfortable at times. You know what I'm saying? From y'all aspect, y'all married. We're single. You know what I mean? So, but as long as like minds can get together and have a conversation about it, there's nothing bad about that. Y'all can see the comments in the chats. It's successful. So another good episode of Social Den. So I appreciate, very, very humble being y'all asking me to come on. And I'm very honored if y'all asked me to come on. And y'all already know the deal is. Y'all, anytime y'all want me on Social Den, I'm here.
Thank
you so
we
much.
Love
We
you, big
appreciate
brother.
you. When it comes to budgeting, my wife, it's like AI for real. I just make the money and get the check out. There it is.
It is.
I love that AI. Yeah,
Hey.
I love that. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and play Vicky's prayer. And then we're going to get up out of here, y'all. So everybody just bow your heads and let's pray ourselves on up out of here.
We thank you for the time we've shared together today. We are grateful for the insights and connections we've made through this series. As we close, we ask for your continued guidance and blessings on all those who participate in our community. May your wisdom and love inspire us to grow, learn, and support one another. Keep us safe and bring us back together in the spirit of fellowship and understanding. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Debo and Coco, much
Father,
obliged. We love
we
y'all.
thank you for the
Appreciate
time
y'all.
we've shared
Um,
together today.
oh shoot,
We are
it always
grateful
plays over.
for
Sorry.
the insight.
Everybody in the chat, we love y'all. Everybody enjoy your Independence Day.
Yes.
Everybody be safe. We love y'all. We will see y'all next Wednesday for another brand new episode of the Social Den. Everybody have a great night. God bless. And until we meet again, peace, y'all.
Make sure y'all love them.
Debo and Coco, y'all can stay right where y'all at real quick.
Will do.
All right.